What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all on Christmas. Holding down analysisplayground.com on YouTube. We're going to talk about instant analysis on the Warriors defeating the Memphis Grizzlies today. It was a blowout. The Grizzlies just didn't seem like themselves. They just seemed like they was a little lost today. They couldn't really find a groove outside of Ja Morant. And it happens. You have games like that when you can't make shots. You just take for granted the opportunities to win games like this that you should win. No Steph, no Wiggins. This is a winnable game. But the Warriors can disguise and masquerade themselves as a team that's struggling based off record, but they have a lot of talent. They have a lot of shooters and a lot of scorers on their roster. They just haven't been able to figure out how to utilize all of them at the same time throughout a game and without 48 minutes and knowing how to mix all of them together with the right lineups. And it take a season to figure that out, especially because a lot of guys been out. A lot of guys get new opportunities, new roles, and they also get new chances to prove themselves and show what they can do and what they can't do. But it's tough sometimes bringing young guys on when you have veterans too, especially when you look at the fact that this is an older team and they have a bunch of injuries on top of that, and they still got to figure out how to defend. They got to still show out guys how to play the winning way, how to do it the right way, while you still have other guys that's clinging on to their spots and don't want their spot to be lost because they still want to be great players themselves and be starters and be all stars, and they have their own individual goals, just like the rookies and sophomores and the juniors that's on this roster. And it can be a bad mix sometimes, especially when you're trying to win another title after coming off one. A lot of these guys was on this roster last year and they're being asked to do more, but can they? That's the question, and they was able to do that tonight, but they have to do it for an entire season again, and it's been a struggle for the Warriors to maintain that winning culture while still trying to add to the culture and develop two people in that culture. And I feel like it's a challenge. It's a goal that they have to succeed in if they want to be champions again. Although they did it last year with a little bit more veteran help, they have more young guns that's younger, faster, and quicker and more skilled, but they lack the defensive tenacity and identity that's needed to win titles. That's going to be a struggle for them when it comes playoff time, when experienced groups can beat them because of that. But it doesn't happen as much in the regular season, and people don't care as much as for the regular season, so they should still be in the play-in category, which allows them to still be a playoff team. And since the NBA is so wide open in the Western Conference, they can beat anybody when they're healthy because they have the length, they have the size, and they have the know-how, and that's all that matters, and that's how they won this game. 3 points for Draymond Green, plus 13 and plus minus two personal fouls, two turnovers, two blocks, one steal, 13 assists, and 13 rebounds. So a double-double for him. One three-pointer made and attempted, 1 of 3 from the free field. Kevon Looney, 3 points, -3 and plus minus, four personal fouls, one block, one steal, four assists, five rebounds, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from the field. Klay Thompson, 24 points plus 14 and plus minus, three personal fouls, four assists, nine rebounds. 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 3 of 12 from three, 8 of 25 from the field. Just not having a great season, in my personal opinion. He just having a good one. Defense has declined. The jump shot just as money as it used to be, but he's still a quality player that you would love to have because of his spacing and his IQ, and he just understands the game at a higher level than other players, but it just hasn't been that great this year. Dante DiVincenzo, 19 points, -9 and plus minus, two personal fouls, one steal, three assists. He also had three rebounds, 5 of 9 from the 3-point line, 7 of 12 from the field. I feel like he was a guy that you needed him to step up more. He was a veteran guy that was speedy. He was quick. He had potential to be a scorer. He's showing that more now that Steph is injured, and you wanted him to do that even when Steph come back. I know his minutes is going to get cut, but the same way he plays now is the same way he can play when Steph comes back and Wiggins comes back, and it just gives them more depth and it just gives them more versatility on the offensive end and on the defensive end if he plays hard like he did tonight and in the last couple games within the last 2 weeks. Jordan Poole, 32 points, +6 and plus minus, one personal foul, 5 turnovers, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 7 to 8 from the free throw line, 3 of 10 from the 3-point line, 11 to 25 from the field. Sometimes I feel like Jordan Poole rushes a lot. He made quick, fast decisions, and he just not on that level of a scorer. And as a passer and as an IQ player, he's still learning the game. He's still growing, and you can see his immaturities. You can see the things he need to clean up. They need to be hard on them. They need to be stern on them because that can cost you championships. That can cost you games. If he turns the ball over, takes bad shots, or gets too much of a green light to make mistakes, it costs you against the better teams and the more experienced teams, and they need to flatten that out while it's still the regular season if they have hopes of winning a title once they get healthy. Jonathan Kuminga, 7 points, +21 and plus minus, one personal foul, 3 turnovers, one block, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 0 of 1 from the 3-point line, 1 of 2 from the field. Anthony Lamb, 11 points, -5 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, one block, 2 steals, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, 4 of 5 from the field. I just feel like he's just been a great pickup. He's a two-way guy, and you just feel like he really has been a game changer for them, giving them size, giving them athleticism, giving them spacing that they normally wouldn't have off that bench because Kuminga can't shoot consistently, and Anthony Lamb really can in space. And his team has great shooters all around, and he just gives them another one. James Wiseman, 0 points, +8 and plus minus, one personal foul, 5 rebounds. He did have a decent game. I feel like he's building a good set of steam. He might become a starter later this season, but he's still not properly prepared. He still has lapses. He still has defensive problems. He still have offensive problems, but you got to allow him to play through that now if you're going to have him as a guy that's going to be a huge contributor. Ty Jerome had a huge game, 14 points, plus 23 and plus minus, one steal, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. He also was 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, 6 of 9 from the field. Just a great game from him. He scored on all areas on the court, and he really allowed his handle to dictate what he can do too. Being able to break down the defense is something that this team lacks, and I feel like him and Kuminga can add that to this team, and they're doing a good job of it. They just have to be able to finish those plays when they use their handle to get to those spots. Moses Moody, 10 points, +2 and plus minus, one personal foul, 2 rebounds, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 4 of 7 from the field. You just want to see him have more games like this off the bench. They drafted him high. They feel like he was the right guy for him. He might be. You just want to see him do more games like this in the 8 to 10 range or even the 12 range. I don't see why he can't do that. Patrick Baldwin Jr., you just want to see him more on the court. He's not ready yet, but I feel like he can be a contributor down the road. And Rollins the same, 47% from the field, 40% from three, 73% from the free throw line, 51 rebounds, 31 assists, 6 steals, 5 blocks, 10 turnovers, 18 personal fouls, and 123 points. They outscored Memphis 33-29 in the first quarter. Memphis got them messed up when it came into this game. They thought it was sweet a little bit, and Golden State stayed right with them and stayed steady with them the whole game. 26-25 in the second quarter in favor of Golden State. 40-30 in favor of Golden State in the third quarter. The only quarter that Memphis got them was in the fourth, 25-24, and that was about it. The Golden State Warriors improved to 16-18 and 13-12 at home. They still struggling on the road. Memphis fall to 20-12 to 7-10 away from Memphis. Jaren Jackson had a subpar game, 11 points, -3 and plus minus. He's still getting in foul trouble, 5 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 1 steal. He had 2 rebounds. You still want to see him be a better rebounder as a stretch 4. 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, 5 of 7 from the field. Brooks had a good mid-range game but couldn't do it consistently tonight, and he struggled from 3, 13 points, -3 and plus minus, 5 personal fouls, got in foul trouble, was reaching and bumping a little bit too much. 5 turnovers, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 1 of 6 from the 3-point line, 4 of 12 from the field. Steven Adams, 6 points, +2 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 1 steal. He also had 14 rebounds. This is great. Did what he had to do to survive in this league, but he still knows his game and knows his character. He played hard, he defended, he got 7 offensive rebounds out of the 14, and the other half was defensive, so that's great. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 6 from the field. Ja Morant, 36 points, -7 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 6 turnovers, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, 4 of 7 from the free throw line, 7 of 10 from the 3-point line, 15 of 29 from the field. They was daring him to shoot threes. They gave him space. They sagged off of him, and he took them, but he didn't make them, and that's the winning bet against the Memphis Grizzlies. If Ja Morant can't make his perimeter shots, he's easier to contain and he's easier to guard, and you want him to take that shot. He's confident in it. He just don't have the stroke for it yet. It's something that he's going to have to continue to work on and develop before he becomes unstoppable. He needs to master that shot, and I see that he's putting in the work. It just got to become results at the end of the day. 9 points for Desmond Bain, -14 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 1 block, 4 rebounds, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He was 0 of 7 from 3, which made him 2 of 13 from the field. He couldn't really make any other shot outside of threes, but he didn't make any tonight. And now he's developing into a guy that can do a little bit more. He's still got to figure out the balance of when to score, when to pass, and when to make the mid-range and the floaters and get to the basket. It's a tough thing to juggle, but it makes you a great player in the end, and he's been figuring that out on the fly. You just hope he can do better than tonight doing those things. Brandon Clark, 9 points, -16 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 steal, 1 assist, 6 rebounds, 1 and 2 from the free throw line, 4 or 5 from the field. Adama, 9 points, -8 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 0 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 of 6 from the 3-point line, 3 of 7 from the field. And Zaire Williams, 3 points, -14 and plus minus, 3 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the 3-point line, 1 of 5 from the field. Tyus Jones, 13 points, -7 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 steal, 5 assists, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from the 3-point line, 3 of 4 from the field. And Conchar, 0 points, 1 personal foul, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. He was 0 of 3 from the 3-point line and 0 of 6 from the field. Tillman, Laravia, Roddy, and Chandler did not play. They was healthy. It was a coach's decision. They shot 41% from the field, 23% from the 3-point line, 73% from the free throw line. And they grabbed 44 rebounds, 19 assists, 5 steals, 6 blocks, 13 turnovers total, and 23 personal fouls. This is a disappointing game from the Memphis Grizzlies, who just had a dominant performance against the Bucks and other teams. They try to send messages that they're ready to take over the league. They just haven't ascended and been able to be on the same page just yet. They got to stay healthy. They got to continue to prepare for games. They got to continue to have fun playing basketball, enjoying each other's company, enjoying the environment that they're in. And if they do that, they can build a good character. They have the talk. They have to start doing the walk now. And if they do that, they can take over the league like they plan to do. I hear what they're saying. I'm seeing the results. I'm seeing the record. But I have to see it in the seasons, and I have to see it in the playoffs too, to start giving them their due and their credit. They haven't had the playoff success yet. They only got out of the first round once, but that's a huge step forward because they've been going in the right direction since they got Ja Morant. He was the guy that changed the franchise. He was the guy that helped get them on Christmas. He was the guy that helped win them 50 games. He was the guy that helped them get out of the first round. Now he needs to get to that conference finals. You got to get there before you get to the NBA finals, and they're stepping in that direction. They have the depth, they have the shooting, they have the length, they have the size, they have the pride to take that is needed in defense. They have everything necessary besides experience, growth, and work ethic that's needed to improve is something that they have too. But getting over that hump is not easy. It takes heartbreak. It takes a lot of concentration. It takes a lot of focus. And this team has everything that's needed. They just have to continue to put in the work, trust the process of the work, grow together, stay healthy, and then it'll all come full circle if they don't cheat the game and get lazy. And I don't think they have that in their character, and that's why I have to give them credit for that. But we have to see them do more in the playoffs, and that's their biggest judgment now as a unit. They made it to the playoffs. They won 50 games. They have a superstar. They played on Christmas. They're getting everything that they're due. Now they have to put it all together and get it done. And I'm not rushing it. I'm just saying that's the pace that they're going. They're ahead of schedule because they drafted well and developed well. Now they need to continue to develop as much as they can and stay healthy to get over that hump. And we'll see if they can do that this year and make another step forward by getting to the conference finals in a deep West. And we'll see. Continue to like, continue to subscribe. Check out my Facebook page. Check out my podcast. That'll be in the description. Like and share and comment to show love and support. Y'all been doing well. Thanks for 7,000. Merry Christmas. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with another video tonight, which will be Denver Phoenix, and that'll be the last one for the night.